This is you, and this is your potential client. After this webinar, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to teach you how to attract them like a magnet with the magnet framework. Magnet's going to be the word of the day. So what I'll do is we got this lovely noteboard here, and I'm just going to go ahead and write magnets for you guys. Magnets. Do not want you guys to forget this word. Magnet. My name's Mohammed Bushak, and I want to thank you all for showing up to this webinar today. I'm going to be showing you the exact same framework I use to go from being completely overlooked and invisible online to consistently closing high-ticket clients through social media content. Magnet is the goal. We want to attract clients. I used to chase clients. I used to run, beg, and I also had no strategy, right? So I was posting content left or right. Does this sound familiar? Posting randomly, maybe run an ad or two, and even offering free work, free services. At the end of the day, nothing worked out for me. That was until I realized I did not have to go out and chase clients. I literally needed to bring them to me. I needed to attract them and become a magnet. So, with that being said, I'm going to teach you guys how to attract clients, not chase clients. If you want to chase clients, you can hop out this webinar. That's not going to go on. So, with Magnet, this is an acronym. This is a whole framework here, and I'm going to break it down with the first part here. Market clarity. Market clarity. This is probably the most important one, as it is the foundation of this framework. Market clarity is all about understanding who you serve, what their problems are, and what their desires are. That means you gotta narrow it down. I'll even draw a visual for you guys here. I'm just gonna draw a little bullseye here, a little dartboard here with a bullseye. I'm probably gonna have like a little dart. It's not gonna look too good, but that's where you want to be. You do not want to be anywhere else. You want to be there. The goal is the bullseye. Let's suppose I'm a video editor and I put on my bio, I'm a video editor. I would assume that people would message me if they need a video editor, they would friend me and think about me. That's not necessarily the case because everyone's a video editor nowadays, right? And everyone's landing here, not on the bullseye. They're not scoring the top point. So let's say real estate, right? Instead of me saying I'm a video editor, I would own my own niche. I would say in my bio that I help real estate agents create short form video content that helps them get more listings. That's an attractive bio. So, a real estate agent, if he goes online looking for a video editor, he'll see video editor, video editor, video editor. I help real estate agents. Boom, right away towards me. I'm attracting them. I'm marketing with clarity. I own a space in a specific market. That's market clarity. So the next part in the magnet framework is A, authority building. I'm going to write that down. Authority building. Apologize for the sloppy writing. Authority building, and when you think of authority, you think of police, teacher, parent. I'm actually going to draw a little visual here because in this case, I want you guys to think that you guys are the authority. You guys are going to be wearing the crown. You guys are the king or queen of that space. So let's talk about authority building. So authority building is pretty simple, right? It's all about positioning yourself as an expert through content which demonstrates skill and builds trust in relationships. It's super important. I want you guys to think back to this visual here, right? Crown. Who wears crowns? Kings, queens. That they wear crowns, right? And when someone's wearing a crown, 9 times out of 10, you have to stand and you have to show respect. Same thing here, but in this case, if you are wearing the crown, people are going to buy from you. Why? Because people buy from people they respect. It's so simple, but it's always overlooked. The key point is that people buy from those who they respect and trust. There are numbers and metrics which you are paying attention to that you think is building authority, but it actually is not. People would rather see 10 quality pieces of content which demonstrates skill and builds trust and shows who you are versus 10,000 followers and 99 likes. So if there's anything you take from authority building, it's so simple. This is one thing that you guys have to take. 10 pieces of valuable content is worth way more than 10,000 followers. Okay, super important. All right, so the next part in the magnet framework is G. This is growth offer. Growth offer. Let's talk about it. I'm actually going to draw a visual because this is another good opportunity for another good drawing. So let's say we have a graph here. Boom, boom. And we want to see the chart always up. We don't want to see it down, no down trends. We always want to see up trends, right? All growth offer means is creating a simple, clear offer which leads to real results. Without an offer, there's nothing to buy. And without clarity, no one's going to know what you do or how to even pay you. Let's think back to the example I gave for market clarity. The real estate example, right? I'm going to create another good example for you. I help coaches script and batch 30 days of content in one weekend. That's a clear, simple growth offer. You got a clear results, clear time frame, and a clear price. There's nothing confusing about that. That's the offer. So the next part in the magnet framework is N, nurture. I'm gonna write that down. I want you guys to think about farmers, right? Farmers care for plants. They grow stuff from seeds, and they make vegetables. They make a whole entire farm from it, right? So I'm gonna put a photo here of seed to a tree. This is essentially what I want you guys to do. Nurture with content. Nurturing with content is super important because nobody ever buys from you the first time they see your content or see your offer. I mean, when's the last time you bought from someone? The first time you seen their offer? Never ever. Why? Because it takes time to build trust, build a relationship. You have to nurture with content and stay on top of their mind. Consistently showing up with valuable, relevant content that educates or entertains. It builds a relationship and trust over time. A good way to do this is with a content system, like a schedule. Monday, you're posting video editing tips. Wednesday, you're going over video editing case studies of different video editors. Thursday, you're posting story time. Saturday, behind the scenes. You get the point. Content system, nurture, water that seed, grow a farm. Nurture with content. Moving along, we have E. E stands for engagement system. Engagement systems are ways for your leads to engage with you, whether that be through DMs, filling out forms, a calendar invitation link, or even a funnel. In fact, I'm going to draw a funnel here because I think that is probably the most easiest thing ever. The best way to explain it is a funnel. A funnel is a good way to explain this, right? Because attention is great, but conversion is where action comes into play. You will have attention at the top, and then you will have a form. You will have other offers, blah, 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 and you funnel them down to the sale. That's where you're going to give your offer. You're going to funnel them down with content. Content is going to be the top of the funnel. They're going to check you out. Swirl, 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 swirl. Boom. A great example of an engagement system is going to be something you all are familiar with because it's the reason you're here, right? I was posting content, and then in the caption I had DM me magnet, and then I will invite you to the seminar. Boom. That's an engagement system. You are here. We are here. We are engaging. You want to engage with everyone you can because a short conversation that leads to you qualifying them as a lead, that leads to booking a call, and that leads to closing a sale. So really, conversation is conversion in disguise. Crazy, right? The last component in the magnet framework is T, trust and testimonials. For now, I'll just write trust. And we're going to put a big old smiley face here because people love trust. Without trust, we got nothing, right, guys? With no trust, we got nothing. You're posting content, and that's great, but that's also not going to be enough for every single person to want to trust you and buy from you. A lot of people want social proof. And when I say social proof, I'm talking reviews, screenshots, client wins, testimonials, so on and so forth. This is social proof. Not only are you showing what you can do, all your skills, and demonstrating what you're capable of, you want to show off how you're making the people that work with you win. Even if you did something for free and then someone DMs you like, wow, that changed my life forever, screenshot that and post that. Okay, that's social proof right there. People are not only just seeing the content which you're posting, but also the testimonials and social proof. This is like a double whammy, right? Because not only are they interested in what you're doing and you're attracting them like a magnet, they are also seeing you help other people win. They're going to start believing that you're going to help them win. They're going to start a conversation with you. You're going to go through that whole engagement system process, right? If you've ever heard the saying that talk is cheap, the same thing goes here. Results speak way louder than branding. So this is a magnet framework that I created. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something today. I'm going to have a clean visual for you so you can screenshot it and have that resource forever, and you can start to apply it to what you do. I want to thank you all again for stopping in this webinar and watching it all the way through. If you are here at the end of this video, please DM me on Facebook. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I can improve on for the next session. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for showing up, guys.